every down. The guys are on offense. The guys are on defense. They do it all. And it could tell a tale later in the game.
We'll talk about during the ball game. Elder, 95 players dressed for this ball game.
There you look at the Aliquippa offense. Joseph at quarterback, and he and Billingsley collide. Billingsley now with nowhere to go, and Elder takes him under at the 25-yard line for a loss of 1. So miscommunication right off the bat. And for Elder, number 70, Mike Stallmeyer was there to make the stop. And Elder, as we told you defensively, they've got a hard-hitting crew, and they take pride in their defense. As you look at it right there, key to watch is Matt Bonhoff, and he is an outstanding tackler last week, 13 tackles. In the secondary, Harmeyer is the key, number 90, and we'll be calling his number, I'm sure, a lot. Second down, 11. For the Quips is Mike Joseph. Chris Joseph, rather. Pitches to Billingsley again, and he's going to be the workout. Billingsley across the 25 out to the 29-yard line, and the stop there again by the Elder secondary, spearheaded by Mark Berkowitz, the junior. And Billingsley, we've called his number twice so far, and I'm sure we're going to call it about 20 more times before this night is out. You can see really nothing there to develop on.
Deep pitch to Billingsley. Did a nice job just to pick up 5 or 6 yards on the carry. Brings up 3rd down and 6 for Aliquippa. The ball just shy of their own 30-yard line.
Just underway in this contest between Elder and Aliquippa. No score. Earlier tonight, North Hills won their opener 25-6 over Fairfield. 3rd down, 7. Counter play. And again, no gain as Therese Smith is the ball carrier. And Elder up to the task right there. They make an outstanding defensive play, and it's going to force the punt situation. And it looks like Elder is going to get their first possession of this football game. It'll set up a 4th and 3. Aliquippa will punt.
The punter for Aliquippa is Arno Askew. Tight end, also outstanding center on the basketball team. 2-sport performer. Askew, an outstanding punter and place kicker.
Askew is much like Jason Bender of North Hills in that he does a lot of things for their offense, defense, and special team. He's back to kick. Snap is good. Kick is up. Nice kick taken at the 34-yard line by Elder. And that's number 5, Jeff Weber. And he gets up to the 42-yard line. And that's where Elder were having 1st and 10. And we get the first chance to see Rob Paff at quarterback. And we are expecting dynamic things from him tonight and the Elder offense.
30-yard punt for Arno Askew. Outstanding field position for Elder. They take it at their own 46-yard line.
James Tigner was there to make the stop. Transfer from Hopewell High School. 1st and 10 for Elder at the 46-yard line. Rob Paff. 5 touchdown passes last week. He pitches the ball. This is Huber. Huber gets across midfield into Aliquippa territory at the 48-yard line. Again, James Tigner is there to make the catch. And Aliquippa gives up a couple of yards there. Huber's the guy they rely on as their big running back. 5'10", 190-pound senior. He has a 4.5 40. And he scored last week on a 12-yard pass from Paff against Boone County. We should talk about it. They wiped out Boone County, a team that is highly regarded in Kentucky.
Well, it makes you wonder how strong Kentucky football is if they were rated number 2 in the state.
Oh, they won that game 36-0, yeah. Absolute landslide. And this guy right here, Rob Paff, picked them apart in the secondary. Over 300 yards, and as we mentioned, that was a record set by Steve Keller, who was here last year. And in one game already, Paff has tied it. Clock is again started on 2nd and 5. Paff at quarterback, drops straight back this time. Lob pass over the secondary. It's almost intercepted there by Aliquippa. Pass was intended for Jeff Patio.
Outstanding job by Ezzie Jones, Bob, defensively for Aliquippa. Read the play nicely and actually should have had the interception.
Great positioning right there, and he should have had the interception. As it is, it sets up 3rd and 5 with 8:52 left in this first quarter of play.
Ezzie Jones, spelled E-Z-E.
Ezzie.
Ezzie or Ezzie?
He is tonight. At least he was on that play. Aliquippa jumps. And on 3rd and 5, that might be against the Quips. And if it is, it would be a 1st down for Elder. We'll have to wait and see as the referees talk it over. And we do have encroachment against the Quips. That's our first penalty of the game.
Dead ball foul. Encroachment on the defense.
There it is. No movement, but the entire defensive line for Aliquippa is quick to jump off the ball.
In the neutral zone in high school football, automatic 5-yard penalty. You do not have to make contact with the offensive lineman. As long as you step into the neutral zone, either way, offensively or defensively, it's 5 yards.
1st and 10 for Elder now as they operate from the 44-yard line of the Clips. This time Elder moves. Paff was expecting the snap, and I think they're going to give back to 5 yards.
Yeah, Paff stepped back out of center without the football. And it's going to be 5 yards against the Panthers.
Paff is a senior, 5'10", 166, not a very big specimen, but again, he has good arm. And he is good at throwing the ball downfield, over the middle, sidelines, you name it, he can do it.
Dead ball foul. False start. Quarterback.
Elder certainly has their share of well-wishers on their side of the field tonight. A lot of purple.
Their student body stands the entire ballgame, Bob. They do not sit. And there is a strong contingent of them to our near side down to the right.
1st and 15 now for the Panthers. Just inside midfield. Paff. Rolling left this time, looking downfield. Has a man right there. Nice catch over on the sidelines. And that was Tom Gross, the junior wide receiver, and Gross went up and made a beautiful catch over top of Izzy Jones.
Nice throw by Paff, rolling the opposite way to the left. Tough way to throw the football on the money. Izzy Jones stepped in front, came up empty. 27 yards on the play.
27 yards, and a beautiful reception over there. That was Kevin Martin, I beg your pardon. Looks like number 80, but it was number 20. And a big first down now for Elder. They operate from the 22. Paff showing that arm. Pitch this time. Again to Huber. Huber goes outside, then inside. Gets about 4 before he's brought down by the Quips.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Aliquippa with their quick defense. They like to run a lot of games and stunts up front. Morocco will bring the linebacker. Sometimes will bring all 3 linebackers and a cornerback. But here to 2nd down and 6 for Elder.
One of the things he was talking about in stopping Rob Paff, he said you have to bring them all. You got to blitz them. You got to do all kinds of things at the line, and that's the only way. So far, Paff 1 for 1. Aliquippa looked to jump, but they got back. Paff now under pressure, dumps it off. And that's Huber again. He avoids one tackler. He's inside the 15, down to the 12. And Huber out of the backfield, showing that speed and that elusive quality that has made him one of the best in Cincinnati. He's a senior at 5'10", and you can see right here pressure by Arnu Askew. And there it is, Huber breaking the tackle and getting some valuable yardage.
Timmy Patilla missed the tackle. Jeff Bible came over to make the tackle. Bible, outstanding defensive player, our starter last year, a mainstay in the Aliquippa team's WPL championship, but that time Timmy could have thrown him for a loss, but the outstanding effort by Huber picks up big yardage.
And they're measuring right now, rather, to see if it is a first down, and apparently it's going to be just a tad short. It'll be 3rd and less than 1 now for Elder inside the Aliquippa 15-yard line. Tom Griffa, head coach of Elder, we mentioned 3rd year. They play in the Greater Cincinnati League. Last year they were Cincinnati City champions, ranked 23rd as a matter of fact by the USA Today. 10-2 record, and they're looking to improve on that this year. This is one of those calls that could be dangerous because Paff likes to throw in this 3rd and short situation. This time hands off, and that's Mr. Reliable, Huber, and he gets necessary first down yardage inside the 10, and that'll be 1st and goal for Elder High School. Return Beasley was one of those there to meet Huber.
Very impressive first drive for Elder. 1st and goal at the 7. Aliquippa's defense has to suck it up and get top.
And they've run the ball very well, something we didn't really expect. Handoff this time again, it's Huber. Huber this time met right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, before the line of scrimmage, Billingsley was there. And we talked so much about him on the offense, but very quick in the secondary. And he could come up, and that's what we talked about with Frank Morocco, liking to put the guys in there, put a lot of pressure on the backfield for Elder.
Leon Seaburn comes into the Aliquippa lineup, 5'11", 295. That's what the program says, but realistically, he's over 300.
5'11", 300. That's an awesome sight. We have a timeout on the field right now. 2nd and 8 facing Elder, and we'll pick that up right after we do this commercial message. It's Aliquippa 0, Elder 0 on the KBL Entertainment Network.
There you see Leon Seaburn, 5'11", 300 pounds for Aliquippa.
And it's 2nd and 8 for Elder. This is the 9th play of the drive. Started on the 44. Pass, straight back to pass. Looks in the end zone. Finding a man up there, and it is touchdown. Kevin Martin, the wide receiver, and he beat the Aliquippa secondary. Easy Jones was there, but pass made it count. A beautiful pass in the end zone, and Elder scores first.
That was a big-time reception, Bob. Martin came over, took the ball away from the defensive back. A superb catch by Martin.
And Martin had a couple of those in this drive. He made the one leaping high earlier that got Elder that first down. And now he culminates the drive with that catch. Touchdown pass. Point after is up and good. And Elder, with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left in this first quarter, they have jumped out to the quick 7-0 lead as you look at some of the people here supporting Elder High School football.
That's their student body. They do not sit, as I said, during the entire football game. Interesting, Arno Askew got a piece of that extra point attempt by Elder, but it still had enough to get over the goalpost, and a 7-0 lead for the Panthers.
Half was impressive, and he lived up to the billing that we had heard all week long, and several clutch throws, although I think they were better catches than passes, but he put it up where the receiver had a chance over top of the secondary, and in both times it was Martin making the catches. 56 yards, 9 plays, 8-yard pass from Path to Martin, and that's the first score. Frank Morocco certainly does not like that, but Aliquippa will have to come from behind.
Not that it matters much at this point, but Aliquippa's lone loss last year was in a state championship game to Berwick at Hershey, 14-0. They were beaten by an outstanding quarterback and wide receiver combination from Berwick High School, and here they are facing another outstanding passing combination with Path and Martin.
And so far we have not seen the pressure on the quarterback that Frank Morocco had talked about, and he's going to have to send some people on blitzes and try to get some pressure on Path, because if he sits back there, he can pick you apart, and he showed that in the first drive.
Aliquippa needs a good run back on this kickoff.
And field position, very important. They're going to open things up. They need to get at least out past the 30-yard line. Billingsley is going to take it again at the 11. Up across the 20, has some people in front of him. Tripped up finally at the 29-yard line. Still on his feet, actually. Billingsley up to the 29, and Aliquippa has their second possession of this football game.
Pretty good return by Billingsley. Got out to the 25, hurdled over the tacklers, and got an 18-yard return.
9 plays, 56 yards, and they did it pretty quickly. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. 8 yards to Martin, and here it is again. Path looking back, as you can see, no pressure whatsoever. And when you get offensive line blocking like that, Path is going to rip you apart, and he did right there. Nice catch by Martin. Aliquippa now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Billingsley. Billingsley gets to the outside, turns on the jets across the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. A healthy gain of roughly 7 yards, and you really need that on 1st down if you're Aliquippa.
Good job by Billingsley. Not much running room off tackle, then bounced to the outside and picks up 8 yards. Good run by Billingsley.
Aided by a nice block, Laterne Beasley, 5'9", senior. Beasley is one of those guys counted on heavily on the Aliquippa offensive line, as well as the defensive line. As we mentioned, Aliquippa, their players are going to play both ways, whereas Elder has guys specifically made for offense and defense. I formation for the Quips. Joseph, pop pass over the middle. It's complete, but a flag is down before the play. And that will nullify that reception by Askew, and we'll have to wait and see. But it looked like some motion against the Quips.
Getting back to the situation we talked about, Elder having 2 full squads, 1 for offense, 1 for defense. They practice for 2.5 hours. The offense goes by themselves for 2 hours. The defense goes by themselves for 2 hours. They get back together for the final half-hour practice. And over a course of a 10, 11-game season, that proves to be very beneficial for the coaching staff.
Absolutely.
Proper equipment on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
Improper equipment on the offense.
Well, that could be mouthpiece not in when the ball is snapped. You've got to have that mouthpiece in.
We mentioned at the first game about overtime. And after this play, let's expand a little bit on that, because we're playing with Ohio rules here, and if it is tied up to regulation, we will play in overtime, but it's not what you think. And Randy will explain that on 2nd and 7 now. Handoff there at the middle, and a nice run by the fullback, and he gets good yardage. And he's down into Elder territory. Nice run.
On the draw play, Leonard Myers, the fullback, found the hole.
Nice blocking again by the offensive line as well. Those guys have double duty. Elmore, Bible, Beasley, Durham. And they did their job on that one.
24-yard gain. Aliquippa now in Elder territory.
Myers lines up behind Joseph. Handoff again to Myers. Myers gets 5 up the middle inside the 40-yard line, and Aliquippa has an impressive drive starting to take place in Elder territory. Chris Joseph starting at quarterback, and he didn't really play that much last year. I think 13 of 20 for the year, playing behind David Mike, and that's a tough act to follow.
Interesting note about Leonard Myers. He came out for football last year, was impressive, and then quit the football squad. Was a very productive part of the Aliquippa basketball team, backup point guard, but he came out this year, and apparently he's going to stick it out.
2nd and 6 for the Quips. Handoff again, this time Billingsley. And Billingsley gets 3 inside the 40 down to about the 36-yard line, and that'll set up 3rd and short. Now the officials for today's second game: Jack Collins, Jay Jacobs, Rich Lakes, Dave Ackerman, and John Schmidt comprise the officiating crew. And what about overtime? If this game is tied, what kind of overtime will we see?
Well, we will have an overtime. Each team will get a possession, and we'll go into it further after this play.
3rd and 3, big play for the Quips. Billingsley up the middle has first down yardage and more inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line before Elder stops him there. And that's the kind of productivity they're looking for from Eric Billingsley, the man who came in as the #1 man for Aliquippa. Mike Stallmeyer was there to make the stop for Elder.
All right, here's the overtime situation. Game tied. Both teams will get a possession from the 20-yard line in. If the game is still tied after each team has had a possession, the game will end in a tie. If Aliquippa would go first to kick a field goal, Elder would have the opportunity to kick a field goal and tie it up or go for the touchdown.
Inside of 4 minutes left, first quarter. On the counter play. Nice handoff there for the Quips. And taking it is Clarence Smith. And he gets some good yardage. Jeff Weber was there to make the stop. And take a look at Mr. Smith again, the senior.
Nice counter play. Big hole.
2nd and 2 for the Quips. They have their deepest penetration so far in this game. Elder up to a 7-0 lead. They scored on their first possession. This is the Quips' second possession on 2nd and 3. Handoff this time again. It's Billingsley, and Billingsley gets the first down and more as he crosses the 20-yard line down to about the 16. And Eric Billingsley, led by Craig Parents. Nice block by the tackle for Aliquippa.
See the way Billingsley bounces to the outside, runs up the middle, sees it's clogged out, bounces to the outside, finds the hole. Good run, and the Quips are on a drive.
One thing we noted about Billingsley, I saw him in the elevator yesterday, Randy, and he has a tremendous upper body. He's really working hard on the weights. Billingsley again takes the handoff, this time nothing doing. Elder there defensively as they shut down Billingsley after a gain of just 1. Making the stop was Mark Tiernan.
Another important factor about Billingsley, he's an ambidextrous athlete. Can run right, run left, and throw the halfback option play. And Frank Morocco said it will be a valuable weapon in our arsenal this year. Don't be afraid or don't be surprised if you see it tonight.
And they'll use that off the sweep formation. And Billingsley can throw the football, as Randy mentioned. Rushing the football so far, Aliquippa 71 yards, Elder 13. They've dominated that statistic, but again, passing the football, that story has gone all to Elder and Rob Papp. 2nd and 9, 2 minutes, 36 seconds on a moving clock, 15-yard line. The Quips trying to tie this football game. Wishbone formation. Joseph now. Hands off straight ahead, Billingsley again, and Billingsley just rolls over some of Elder defenders as he gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play, and Billingsley continues to mount the numbers.
Aliquippa will not play many bigger teams than Elder this year in the Midwestern Athletic Conference of AAA football in Western PA. So Billingsley and the offensive line of Aliquippa getting a test here in game number 1, the likes of which they may not see the rest of the season.
John Durham, Jeff Bible opened up that hole. This is the 10th play of the drive, all on the ground for Aliquippa, and that's pretty much what we expected. Again, handoff this time goes to Smith, and Smith is down inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. And again, it'll be an Aliquippa first down, first and goal for the Quips as they try to tie this football game.
Good run by Therese Smith. And what do you have to like about this drive, Bob, is the fact that Aliquippa went down, 2. Elder 7-0, and they've come right back, driving down the field very impressively.
Chad Unger was there defensively as Therese Smith made some nice moves to get inside the 5. And Aliquippa from the wishbone trying to get into the end zone now. Hand off. Second man through. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line as Elder jams up the middle. And the Quips had nowhere to go on that play.
Billingsley tried to dive up over the top. He did pick up a yard. It'll be second down and goal. The ball just inside the 1-yard line. So the Quips are knocking on the door.
And this is where you might want to use Billingsley's speed. A lot of times teams look to go up the middle, but Billingsley can turn it on so fast to the outside. We'll have to see. He and Smith can really move to the outside. Second and 1 for a touchdown. Hand off. Billingsley again fighting for the goal line. And he is close, but not in. He'll be stopped just short. It'll be about a foot away, setting up third and goal.
That time he elected to stay low, didn't go up over the top behind the blocking of Brian Elmore, Jeff Bible, and Laturn Beasley. Third and goal. This time the ball is about a half yard from Pater.
It's close. As close as you can get, probably. Aliquippa lining up, looking to get in and avoid a fourth down situation. 25 seconds left first quarter. Elder up 7-0 as you look from the end zone. Hand off. And touchdown for the Quips. Aliquippa ties the football game. Tim Patilla with the touchdown. Just entered the game.
Scored with an unbalanced line left, Bob. That time strength to left, unbalanced line.
Askew trying to put the point up at and good. Snap is good, kick is up. And that too is good. Timmy Patilla with the short touchdown run gets Aliquippa on the board. And with just 21 seconds left in the first quarter, Aliquippa has tied Elder at 7-7 from Riverfront Stadium. We'll be back in just a moment.
The ultimate driving machine, what a luxury car should be. Engineered like no other car in the world. These days, it seems that every luxury automaker has some sort of impressive slogan. But there's one claim that makes all the others seem insignificant. A claim that no automaker but Acura is entitled to make. #1 in customer satisfaction, 3 years in a row.
The spectacle, the sight, the sound. The fall colors are spectacular on ESPN's college football. ESPN hits you with television's most complete schedule, the only place to see all the major conferences. We'll show our true colors on College Football Saturday, live on ESPN.
There have always been occasions when renting a limousine is a good idea, but now let Carriage Limousine Services show you some great new reasons. From proms and weddings to a night on the town, city tour, or transportation to and from the airport for you, your guests, or clients. Carriage Limousine Services can make your reason for traveling special at affordable prices. And don't worry about the size of your party. They have stretch limousines, Lincoln Town Cars, luxury sedans, and passenger vans. Just call 488-7000. At Carriage Limousine Services, we'll move you in style.
Aliquippa getting set to kick off after they tie the score. Touchdown point after, and Timmy Patilla does the honors. And it was interesting to see what Timmy Patilla had to say. He was approached by one of the writers here and asked, how are you guys going to respond in a big stadium like Riverfront in front of a big crowd? He says, well, we're used to that. We play in Three Rivers every year. It's part of our schedule.
That's right.
That's a bit confident. Mr. Patilla, he scores the equalizer. Rushing yards, Aliquippa right now with 83, Elder 13. And the kickoff taken by the Panthers across the 20-25. Jeff Patillo and the wide receivers there. Actually, Hoover was the man. Take a look at the touchdown again as you see Joseph handing off to Patilla. And this was his first carry of the night, and it was a big one for Aliquippa as he gets into the end zone from short yardage on third down.
24-yard return, but a very impressive drive by Aliquippa coming right back after Elder scores to tie the ball game up.
Elder now, 1st and 10 from the 26. And there's timeout on the field. That is the end of the first quarter. As time runs out, Aliquippa and Elder tied at 7. Let's pause for a local break. This is the Buddy LaRosa Classic on KBL.
In business, looks can be deceiving. You know it's really a jungle out there. Danger lurks at every turn. If you can't compete, you could be eaten alive. Fortunately, there's the solution. Cable AdNet, affordable television advertising on America's favorite cable networks. Yes, it's a jungle out there, so don't take chances. Call Cable AdNet, advertise on cable, and get an edge on the competition.
For hanging in, for hanging tough, for holding on when the going's rough, for taking charge, for taking pride, for staying true to what's inside, for the fire inside of you, for stepping up.
One quarter completed in game number 4 of the Buddy LaRosa Classic at 7-7. Jim Hoover, running back, and boy, he plows his way out across the 35-yard line to about the 36. And Joe Huber has been doing it on the ground for Elder to complement the passing attack of Rob Path. Bible and Patillo were there to make the stop for Aliquippa as you look at the stats. And again, we talked about the passing of Elder. We talked about the running of Aliquippa, and both have been what we expect.
Huber now has 5 carries for 20 yards for Elder. Billingsley 10 carries, 36 yards for Aliquippa.
Path at quarterback. Again, it's Huber. Huber this time hit by the middle of the Aliquippa defense. And there was virtually nothing there as the Quips really combined. Leonard Myers was one of the ones to greet the Quips. Myers has played a pretty strong game so far, and like everyone else, he plays offense and defense and has had a big gainer as well as 2 or 3 tackles now.
Bob, they've given us the attendance here tonight, 31,488. That's throughout the entire course of the day, all 4 games, 31488. Pretty darn good attendance for the first Buddy LaRosa Classic.
And next year, they're promising even bigger and better things. 5 games. I don't know when they're going to play them all, but 5 games.
They'll start at 11 o'clock.
Start at Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Patillo, or I'm sorry, Path this time goes outside, has a man there. And he knocks everyone over, including the coaching staff. It's Tom Gross, the junior. And Gross has some yardage. Nance was there for Aliquippa to make the stop. Not before Elder picks up another first down. And Path likes to go to the sidelines. He works them pretty well. As you look at the attendance figures, that's not what's in the house right now. That's a total of 4 games. It started at noon today. High formation for the Panthers. From the 39. Pitch to Huber. Huber now getting outside, but getting nowhere. Good penetration by the Quips. Kenneth Thornton was there, number 7. From his corner position, he came up, and he made the hit.
Outstanding penetration by Thornton. The Quips read the play perfectly. Nowhere for the running back to go. He tried to cut it back up inside, but Thornton tripped him up.
Beautiful tackle there, too. As the blocker was nowhere near, Thornton made a nice penetration, made a nice hit. And that's what they talk about in Aliquippa, the pride of their hitting, and they take second and none. Pass, straight back, and pressure is on. A little shovel pass, and it's diagnosed beautifully by the Quips. The secondary was not fooled at all. Leonard Myers was one of those there, as well as Arno Askew, and he came in to make the stop. And that's something you expect from Elder. They've done that a couple of times last week, and this time caught no one by surprise, as Huber was the recipient of that little shovel pass.
Superb job by the Aliquippa defense. Taught perfectly to stay at home, don't give up your territory, and they made the tackle for a 1-yard loss.
3rd and 13 for Elder. Pass sets him out to the left. He looks to stretch things out a bit, stretching the Aliquippa defense. Again, dropping straight back to pass. Pressure again by the Quips as they send some players. And they are there. Sean Durham and Laterne Beasley. And that defensive line was right in pass face, and that's what Frank Morocco was talking about, Randy.
Yeah, he said we've got to come hard at pass. We're going to go after him with everything we have. And here he is smothered back there. Luckily, he held on to the football. He gets a hard hit.
And there was no way for him to escape that pressure because it came from all sides. And that'll set up 4th and long, 4th and 23. Joe Huber is kicking. Patillo back deep for the Quips, and he is going to take it. At the 32, Patillo across the 35, the 40, 45, up almost to midfield. Dives ahead, and the Quips again have great field position with 8:30 left in the second quarter. We are live from Riverfront Stadium, the Buddy LaRosa Classic. Aliquippa Elder tied at 7, and we'll be back right after this.
Every summer, millions